Greetings, my lords and my ladies. Welcome to another episode of Chronicles of the Immortals, where we uncover stories of our beloved heroes. And tonight I will tell you the tale of Boudicca, the warrior queen who defied Rome. In the annals of British history, few figures burn as brightly or as furiously as Queen Boudicca. Her name echoes through time not as a ruler of a long and peaceful reign, but as a meteor of vengeance. A queen who united tribes and brought the mighty Roman Empire to the brink of disaster. This is not just a story of rebellion, it's a story of profound personal loss, a shattered peace and a flame of rage that nearly consumed a Roman province. This is the story of the warrior queen. In the 1st century AD, Britannia was a land in transition. The Roman invasion of 43 AD had established a powerful foothold. Some tribes, like the Cotevelloni, were crushed. Others, like the Iceni in the East Anglia, became client kingdoms, allies of Rome, permitted to keep their own rulers in exchange for loyalty and tribute. Boudicca was the wife of Prasutagus, king of the Iceni. Theirs was a life of relative privilege and peace, albeit under the watchful eye of Rome. But this precarious balance was shattered upon Prasutagus' death. In a fateful decision, Prasutagus named his 2 daughters and the Roman Emperor Nero as co-heirs, hoping to secure his family's position. Rome, however, saw a client king's death not as an opportunity for shared power, but for total annexation. Roman officials moved in. They declared the Iceni lands and property forfeit to the empire. But the annexation was accompanied by unspeakable brutality. Boudicca, the queen, was publicly flogged. Her young daughters were assaulted. The Iceni nobility were dispossessed. Their ancestral rights trampled. In this moment of ultimate humiliation, the spark of rebellion was lit. Where the Romans saw a subdued woman, they had instead created a symbol of resistance. Boudicca channeled her people's rage, uniting not just the Iceni, but the neighboring tribes like Trinovans, who also suffered under Roman rule. And so in 60 or 61 AD, the flame became a firestorm. Boudicca's army, tens of thousands strong, swept south. Their first target was Camulodunum, modern-day Colchester, a symbol of Roman oppression, a colony for retired legionaries. The city was utterly destroyed, its inhabitants were slaughtered. A Roman legion, their 9th Hispana, marching to relieve the city, was ambushed and annihilated. Only the commander and handful of cavalry escaped. The rebellion rolled on to Londinium, a bustling commercial hub. The Roman governor, Suetonius Paulinus, realized he lacked the forces to defend it and made the brutal calculation to abandon it to its fate. The city was burnt to the ground. Its population showed no mercy. The Rolanium, St. Albans, suffered a similar fate. In 3 devastating attacks, Boudicca had erased the 3 most important Roman settlements in Britannia. An estimated 70,000 Romans and Romanized Britons were killed. The province was on the verge of being lost. But Suetonius Paulinus was a brilliant tactician. He regrouped his legions, about 10,000 men, and chose his battlefield carefully. A narrow gorge with a dense forest behind him, protecting his flanks and rear. Boudicca's army, though massive, was overconfident and poorly disciplined. They charged the Roman lines, but the tight terrain worked against them. The Roman javelins tore into the front ranks, and their superior discipline and armor held. It was a massacre. The Britons, trapped by their own wagons, were cut down. Roman historians claim 80,000 Britons died, for the loss of only 400 Romans. The rebellion was broken. As for Boudicca, she escaped the final slaughter, but rather than be paraded through Rome in chains, she took her own life. It is said by poison. She died as she lived, on her own terms. Boudicca's rebellion failed to expel the Romans, yet her legacy proved more powerful than any single battle. She became a timeless symbol of resistance against tyranny. Her story has been rediscovered and celebrated for centuries, a potent emblem of British defiance and the fierce spirit of a queen who, for a brief and terrifying moment, held the fate of an empire in her hands. From a shattered piece, a legend was forged.